For the last couple weeks, we've been receiving questions from our church members, and one of the questions is a great one. What do we think about heaven and hell? To be honest, there's not a lot about heaven in the Bible. What we know basically comes from the book of Revelation and also from Jesus, when Jesus turns to the thief and says, "Today you will be with me in paradise." But most of our ideas come from the book of Revelation. Also, a lot of our ideas come from literature, and Dante's Inferno is kind of where we get the idea of the levels of hell. But when it comes to heaven, you would think that we would know more about heaven because it's promised to us. But what the book of Revelation talks about is heaven being one ongoing great worship service. And that's bad news for people who don't like to worship. But we gather around God. God is in the center, Christ is in the center, and all the believers, all the saints are gathered around God, and there's movement, and there's brilliant light, and there's beauty and color. So heaven is not so much figuratively or even literally listed out in Scripture, but yet it's our hope, it's our goal, it's our home, which makes a lot of us think of our life on earth that we don't live here. We're just passing through, or we're pilgrims. We're not bodies with souls. We are souls who happen to have a body, but only temporarily. And so we long for heaven. We don't spend a lot of time thinking about heaven. We're not really focused and concentrated on heaven because we've got to live life here. I love when Martin Luther was asked, if you were to die tomorrow, what would you do today? And he said, I would plant an apple tree. I mean, don't you love that? That we live in the present. This is where we exist, and this is where we make an impact and can make a difference. So any religion that has you focused on heaven only at the expense of living justly and humbly in this life is not much of value. This is where we live, but heaven is where we are headed.